Hey guys, I'm a little bit cringing when I started this video with a hey guys, and yeah, I just want to tell you a story. You know, I haven't been uploading for a while. It's because I just really wanted to focus on my studies and focus on the real world for now. And I've been playing video games for straight 2 years, and I've been hanging out with a lot of people online. I just really wanted to just focus on what's real for now, and so far so good. I've been doing great. I don't know why I sound like this, but okay. So basically, it's been a really fun year. So let me just tell you about a story of my friend Caroline. So Caroline is a great friend of mine, and we have a friend group that has some members of 5. Okay, we've been hanging out for like almost a year now. I actually met this gal last year. Yeah. So we've been doing like great, and so far so good. I really appreciated her as my friend, and she's been doing great. It's always my dream to have a friend or a group or a friend group that just has a special bond and would just do funny things, but not in a bad way. We have been bonding together, and we had some deep talks all together as a group. But then the saddest thing happened to me on the 9th of May, which is the day of our research defense. If you guys don't know what research defense is, basically it's just a reporting, but then there are panelists that will judge your work and would have clarification and answers after a presentation has been explained. But so yeah, that's pretty much it. But you could search for more details about research defense in the Google. But anyways, we passed that, yeah. But before we did our research, we were on a practice, okay, on the middle of a research. So I was hyped because me and our teacher and our group, we were practicing for questions and things, and it's been great. I was really hyped. I was excited for some debates. You know, there are some scenarios that happen during the defense that you have to debate and defend. So it's just defending your own title. So yeah, I was hyped because I could think more and could say more on that time. But then after that, we received the news from Caroline that she's in the hospital. It's from her sister. So her sister messaged that she is in a critical condition and is confined in a hospital. So that time that we received that news, I was shocked. It was in the middle of the night. The moment that I knew that, I started panicking. I started thinking about, oh my god. I was panicking all that time, to the point that I just went to my mother and told her that my friend is in a critical condition, and I just started crying because I couldn't handle that situation, because I was really worried. I was extremely worried. It was before the defense. So I stopped thinking about it first, because I know for a fact that she's gonna be saved. She's gonna be fine. So I focus on our presentations for the next day. So the next day, we prepared a research in docs, and we have to print it and compile everything all together, and we need like 6 copies of it. So we focus on that. And the next day, the next one is the research defense. So we basically pulled it off. It was a nice defense that we got. It was there was obviously a few mistakes and a few problems, but it can be fixed. So eventually we passed, and I wasn't really celebrating because I know the fact that there is news behind my back. Actually, while I was in the middle of research defense, I was already thinking about it. But all I could do is just focus, and that's all. But then we passed. So it's still in my head. I was thinking of, should I go to the hospital, or should I go celebrate for now? So I had this decision, I chose this decision of just going to celebrate with my group mates. And I said to myself, you know what, I'm just gonna visit her when she's awake. So we are in the mall now, and we ate, we had fun just doing arcade. But then in the afternoon, I have received a call from my friend. Who is also in the mall. And so I could just call him Kiro. Okay, my friend Kiro. Okay, so Kiro called me and was like, Sippy, where are you? We have to go home. I want to find you. I need to find you. So we are separated in the mall. So we meet up, and the saddest part is that I know now I have received this news that my friend passed away. I was really shocked. I ran into my friend that is going to the bathroom. I ran into him when I received the news, and we just started hugging, and I started crying. That girl, who I considered and trusted as a friend, suddenly just gone. And that day, I always never have the ability to just be happy for once. That was in my thought. I passed for what? Right? These things I just always regret. I just always realize in my life that I'm not allowed to be happy in this world. I think it's just a fact. I was crying the whole day for that reason, because that friend was so special to me. The last time that we talked, the last time we had a conversation, is that we were in a park, and she said something to me while we were staring at the sunset. She said, I wanted this kind of peace. And we were staring at the sunset, all the 4 of us. It was just like so confusing in my mind. I know you wanted that piece. I was just listening to her because that's what I always do. I listen to people. I let them talk. If you have problems, I listen to you. That's what I always do. But then throughout the week, I was just so sad. Extremely sad. Because never in my life I have experienced this in my life. I feel like I needed to tell you this. I needed to tell you guys this because this is a story that happened in my life that is rare. That losing a friend is so hard for me, especially if that person is extremely special to you. After we hugged each other, we went home, and while we were going home, the weather started to become so aggressive. Like the thunderstorm, the loud rain was pouring out. It's like God knows that we were suffering at that time. After we knew the news, we just like experienced this bad weather while we were going home. It was so loud. It was a dark day. And then after that day that we just sobbed, I went home. Obviously, I went home. I met my last friend that was not with us. We went to him, and then he just comforted me. I'm really glad that they could handle the situation. But I know for a fact that they've been suffering too, as much as I am, but they just don't show it. So, all of us united together, and we had a little bit of conversation, which is a way to be relieved for a bit. And I went home. I told my mom, I passed. And then I said, but there's bad news. My friend died. And I started hugging her, dude. I extremely cried. Oh my God. Never in my life I cried in a video, by the way. Right now I'm experiencing grief. And I feel like I should say this. I should say this to people around the video. I wanted to spread the news about me. Because I've been shy this whole time. I don't want to say words. I don't want to say these kind of deep words, you know? It doesn't match my personality. That's what I thought about myself. I just wanted to say that if you have a friend that is closely and important to you, please don't lose the opportunity. Just do whatever with her or him, because there will be a time that we won't expect that will happen. Losing a friend is This is the biggest heartbreak that I've experienced in my whole entire life. Oh my god. It's been a week, by the way. I'm still crying. After the day, too, of, of our sadness, we had class the next day. I was just so confused. I was out of myself. And the teachers started to notice it too, because I was just not in the mood. All of my classmates were not in the mood because they saw what would happen. What happened? Like, half of our class is just in the most gloomy part of our section. The teachers notice it. Like, this section today, it feels a little bit gloomy, and they also know the reason why our class is a little bit gloomy, because my friend that passed away was also studying in our school, so everybody has the news. When I entered my classroom, her friend came up to me, because I know her too. We actually had a little bit of a bond when she was around, and she's also right there by our side. She came up to my door. She came up to our door, looking at her glass door window. She knocked, and I saw her face, and I opened the door, and then that's the moment she just cried and hugged me. I also called some of my friends inside. We all had a hug. She said, "Caroline is gone," and I just started crying. I don't know what to say on that part, because I was also sad. I hope this little bit of a story that I showcase you people can, if you're ever listening to this or watching at this part, I just want to let you know that a friend is the most important thing with you, especially if it's a nice one. And if you do have the time to just talk with her, have a conversation, do it. Because for me, on my part too, I just don't want to leave everybody alone, especially if that person is in the room. I don't want everybody to leave alone. That was my goal for this whole thing, you know? But we had some great times. And if this moment is going to be her fate, I'm so glad I met her, dude. After all that we've been through, you know, like, we helped each other. We helped both of us. We helped both of us in the group. We actually helped each other right there. When it's on study, we actually created a bond together. Here's my final message. I am very thankful for Caroline. And if you have a friend like Caroline, which is going to happen, because in this world,
I think there is going to be a friend like Caroline that you will meet in your life. And you will be so proud that you met her or him because of how good a friend she is. Or him. You know, or he. Sorry. But yeah, this is a little bit of storytelling, and this is the first time I'm going to be doing deep talks. I'm not going to be doing it anymore. Promise you. I'm so sorry. It's just a little bit of a emotional thing, and I should tell you this story because it's a great lesson, and at the moment, I am not really in the part of moving on. I'm slowly getting there, you know, moving on. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one, I guess. Don't mind the background noises, please. It's an open world here. Leave them alone. Focus on me. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I see you guys in the next one, if I ever do one. Bye bye.